Hello, these are my sweet corn. It's a variety called Applause, and it's sweet corn that was germinated indoors on wet tissue and then simply transplanted into these yogurt pots just as soon as the corn had germinated. Planted 2 inches down in the pot. I've explained why I've done that on a previous video, and what I want to do is I want to dovetail a piece of that video in now to bring you right up to speed, so we can go back to when this corn was being planted in these pots. Then come back to me, and I want to show you why I'm between a rock and a hard place in terms of this sweet corn. Watch that short clip of video, then come back to me. These are yogurt pots. This is what I'm going to be starting my sweet corn in. As you can already see, they're pre-loaded. This pot is about 5 inches deep, and I've loaded it with 3 inches of compost. So there's 2 inches left in there now. So if I sit a sweet corn seed on there, fill it up to the top, I've now planted it at a depth of 2 inches. This is the deepest I've ever planted sweet corn. I don't know if it'll work. I don't know if it'll work. I'm actually taking the advice of those 2 American farmers. I'm going with the professionals. It doesn't say 2 inches on the packet, but I'm going with the 2 American farmers. And to make it easy for me to fill these guys, oops, I just made this small cardboard measure. That's 2 inches. Okay, I simply hung it over the edge of the pot and filled to that level. So as you can see, we're going to get a 2-inch covering. Right, I'll move all these off here and we'll do one of these on camera. I'm going to go with these mini pops first, and then I'll do the standard sweet corn. But you'll be pleased to know, not all on camera. Okay. So if I take that out of there, pop it right in the middle of there. Can you see that? I hope you can. Just move this out of the way a minute. And all we're going to do is top this up. I'm making a bit of a mess on the floor here, so I'll need to get tidied up as soon as this video is finished. Okay, let me just put that there. I've cut a cardboard disc, okay, and that just gives me a good contact. Okay, now what I didn't tell you before I planted this was the compost that was already in this yogurt pot is wet. Okay, there's a lot of moisture in there now, so there's no need to water this top 2 inches, because that root will go down into that bottom 3 inches and this plant's going to pop out the top. Okay, so that's what we're doing at Homegrown Veg this year. Will it work? We'll find out later on in the year, won't we? And the only way you're going to find out is if you come back. Okay, how's that? How's that? Okay, so this is Homegrown Veg signing out. Okay, so that was how we did it a month ago, and I think you'll agree this corn has come on really well. It's got to be over a foot tall. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take one out and show you the roots that this corn plant has put down in this yogurt pot. Wow, well, I think you can see this corn plant is now root bound in this yogurt pot. It needs either potted up or planted out, and that's where I find myself between a rock and a hard place. I can't pot it up because if I potted it up it'd have to go back indoors. I'd need bigger pots and I haven't got the room. And why would it have to go back indoors? Well, because it's still a little too cold to be planting it out, and that's why I'm between a rock and a hard place. This corn needs to be planted and it's a bit too cold really, it's not warm enough. But we're going to plant it out anyway. What else can we do? I don't think there's an option other than to leave it in these small yogurt pots becoming more and more root bound. Because there's no room for bigger pots indoors, there just isn't. And if we're going to put it in bigger pots outdoors, well, we may as well plant it. So that's what we're going to do. Okay, so what I've already done, I've marked out the positions for 12 corn plants. Check this out. That was something I'd done earlier, and also something I'd done earlier, I started to dig the planting holes. So what we're going to do now, we're going to go down the garden and plant this corn in a block 3 by 4. Let's go and do that. Before I do that, I've got to tell you, I feel as though I'm being watched. Have you ever had that feeling that someone's watching you? Yeah, well, I have. I'm feeling that I'm being watched. Come on, we'll go down the garden. Just a couple of these corn plants left to go in. As you can see, I've got most of them in. I'm fairly sure you didn't want to watch me doing that. And the others have gone in just the same way as these last two are going to go in now. Okay. The holes are dug. Just drop them out. Big root system. These shouldn't take long to fire up, should they? Pop it in like that. Pull some soil around and firm it in. That's about it. I'm not too sure if I should stake these sweet corn. You might want to give me some advice on that, particularly if you're a UK grower. Do we stake this sweet corn, or is it strong enough to stand on its own 2 feet, so to speak? This is applause, I've already told you that. The other sweet corn I've got is a sweet corn called Mini Pop. I've never grown that type of sweet corn before, and in fact I'm not too sure where I'm going to be planting it yet, and it really needs to be out now. So that'll be another job for me and Molly to do in the next few days. I've not seen Molly in the garden this morning. She knows what I'm doing. She'll be about somewhere. She's probably ready to go for a walk when I get this job finished, and that's what we'll do. Okay, so I hope you've enjoyed this video. Oh, wait till I turn this camera around. Look how I've just clocked. which is where that Molly's ready to go for a walk, can't you tell? Right, let's call it a day here and go for a walk. This is homegrown veg, signing out. Hold on, Moll, I'm coming, lass. Hold on.